Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the New York Jets. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready up. 54, right there. 54 now. Exit. Hey, high 7.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Go.
Second and 11. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. He's got a man. Complete. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
Back at the 47-yard line. Ready? 10-2, Silver. Get it.
2nd and 14. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
This is caught by Robinson, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They'll set up a throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught here by Griffin. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Outside. 58 to Mike.
And watch that, and watch the ball.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Hey, check 26, check 26.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. He's got daylight past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
That's the score. Bears 7, Jets nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Watch the pass. 49. Check 49.
Yo, 80.
Check 52. X3. 218. Chopper.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. This is Bell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now they got to get to the 23 here on third.
They're running it.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's third and goal. To the air again, Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Below Nichols in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon, and think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Even. 4 down. Even. Hey, watch it. Shoot.
He'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Poole, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Okay, ready?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it. The Bears on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
58, right over the play.
Throwing on 2nd down, Darnold. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And able to connect with Berrios. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Rush in, rush in.
On 1st and 10. Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Loss of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Caught here by Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets will extend their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Lady, switch gears, switch gears.
Play action. It's Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Darnold now to throw. This one caught by Crowder. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Now a draw play. This is Bell. Bell a first down and then some. And finally taken down at the 15. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Darnold from the red zone now. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Here's Darnold. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. As the first half is winding down, and the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point up and through, and a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Yo, lady.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 45 on second down, Darnold throwing the out route incomplete. That's Griffin.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. Now the ball comes loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
We go, Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. And we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 23. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 49-yard line.
Get that quarterback D-line.
2nd and 2. Look, taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make our score 31-14 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Weapon.
Now Darnold. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Bilal Nichols, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
To throw is Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field. Oh, Cohen lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Ready. 18 Gators.
2nd and 1. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Montgomery, and he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Brian Poole.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And down he'll go at the 25. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Kill. Out, lady.
They'll go again with Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
61, Matchbox Lights.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Real set.
59, mark. Check, 59.
On the ball.
Now a first down carry by Bell. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
I got you. You're all mine.
Young lady.
You're all mine.
From the 30 on second down, Darnold. And Anderson's got it. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 70 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The extra point up and good, and the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
It's been a long day for you.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now this throw caught left side, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A good pickup there at 22. So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10, right at the 40. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on second and third. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long?
You're not ready. You're not
On third down, a run with Cohen. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But it used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, summertime and the living is easy. Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 25.
Now a first carry for their fullback. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
On the ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo!
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Cohen. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 3rd down. It's Cohen, and he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Five.
One set. Check, Mike, 54. Mike.
Blue draw Corkers.
Tighten down. There you go.
Get it.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They run. Montgomery. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jets, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.